you got to come out here and spend a little time in my backyard here, and you drove because they canceled flights, and you were the man, and you showed up and did a really cool corporate event. You drove all the way back home, then you drive back out, you hit Hershey with the family, and you show up at Raw 30. Man, talk about that experience.
It was a lot of fun. I didn't know that I was going to be teaming up with DX, going out there with those guys. I knew I was going to be refereeing a match, but when they threw the idea at me, I was like, this is awesome. I'm going to be out there with DX. Like, when I started in wrestling, they were the hottest thing on TV, and knowing that, that was one of my inspirations when I joined. I love DX and I love Stone Cold Steve Austin. And those two gimmicks, if you want to call them that, that's what inspired me to start in pro wrestling.
Kurt, we thought let's take the opportunity and put it out to the fans of the show and see if they have some questions about Raw 30 and your experience there. So instead of me going through it with you, let's throw it to the fans and let's hear what they have to say. So we're going to start with my buddy DJ Crunch. And he interacts with us a lot on social media. He said, Raw 30, Kurt, what was it like after the show? Did you hang out with all the old guard and get into some mischief? And what is it like now with Triple H running things from a creative standpoint compared to Vince? So let's start at the beginning. What was it like after the show? Did you get to hang out with any of these guys?
No, I'm married. I have 6 kids actually, but it was time for me to get back to my family. We literally we stayed overnight though. We did stay overnight, allowed the kids to stay up late because they didn't have school tomorrow. They did, but they were missing school because we drove out to Philadelphia. So, I didn't really get to hang out too much with anybody. I did speak to Hulk Hogan for a bit of time, for about a half hour, and I also spoke to Undertaker for about a half hour. And those two guys are the two guys that I wanted to catch up with when I went there. So I was very happy to be able to do that.
Man, that's cool. So you spent time with Hulk. What'd you guys talk about? Let's talk a little bit about catching up with Hulk Hogan after all these years.
Our health.
What's broken? What needs to be fixed?
Yes. What we need fixed, what we had fixed. Hogan had his back surgery again. He had the nerves cut from his lower body. He can't feel his lower body. So he has to use his cane to walk around. I thought he was using the cane because he has pain in his back. He doesn't have any pain. He has nothing at all. He can't feel anything. Yikes. So now he can't feel his legs, so he has to walk with the cane, which is, that's pretty serious, man. I mean, I really feel for Hogan. He put his heart and soul into the business, and it ate him up.
Yeah, his heart, soul, and his body, and he's paying for it all these years later. It was fun to see him come out and kick off the show, though, dude.
It was. I mean, if you're going to kick off the show, the 30th anniversary of Raw, it should be Hulk Hogan. He's the name and face of the company. He's the guy that revolutionized pro wrestling. I have so much respect for him.